Today we're back on the SRX. As you guys know, I did a full teardown of the front end yesterday, and we got a lot of work done, but I still have a lot to do because I haven't fastened anything down. But yesterday I took the fenders off, and I got the headlight out, and basically I'm getting all of this here ready to be put back together. I got a mess in here, but we're gonna clean all of that up. But for right now, we're gonna come back over here to the rear, because while I got help, I figure this is what I need to get done, because everything else I don't need any help with. So at this here stage and junction, we're gonna hop on the Cadillac SRX tailgate. So as you guys see, I have a brand new tailgate right here. No rust, nothing wrong with it. Versus this one, I got Bondo here. You can tell where I, see that? I got holes in there. So instead of me fixing this with Bondo, I decided to go ahead and replace this raggedy thing with a new one. It was more cost effective to fix it this way than it was to go ahead and do this here process, especially when you go to the pick apart. So how much did this cost me at the pick apart? $55. It's already the same color. It's not rusty. That was a smart move. So at this juncture, we're gonna go through the process of tearing this apart. I have to get this off of here. I have to take these two bolts off. I have to disconnect the electrical from both sides, and that's pretty much it. So we're gonna do some transferring, and I'm gonna get this here little process started. Now, first things first, you're gonna take these clips off so that you can get that off. So that's out of the way. I'm gonna leave this connected because this is the automatic retract shutdown, and I have the connectors on this one, so we're just gonna reconnect that one. So I'm gonna also come and get these off of here. Be sure not to lose these clips. Put them in your pocket or something so that you can have that in there. These shocks and struts are good, so there's no need in taking them off. But now that I have those off, I'm gonna do what I have to do to get the electrical out. Can you see that? So there's rubber grommets right here that lead you to the electrical connections. Oh, where? Man, come on out of there. Okay. Maybe it's on this end. Okay, it's on this end. That's the... All right. Normal. On the other one, it was up in here, but we're gonna find the connectors and disconnect them in a second. Whoa, someone did some splice work right here. This is definitely not what I expected. So I'm gonna have to do some re-evaluations of how to make this work, because someone did a splice job here. But okay, let's see if it's right here. Okay, there they are. So the connectors are right there. So I might not have to do a splice job, but as you can see, there are little clamps that you want to disconnect right there. Disconnect it right there. There's a little safety clamp right there, and we're gonna just pop and get that loose. Be careful not to break those tabs, and it should just pop right out. So there, instead of pulling it off of here, you're gonna pull it off at this junction. So it's got a drainage over here for the water, and just be careful not to break any of these tabs or wires, and they come off that simple. So here you have a drain tube. You want to make sure that you pull it off without breaking it. Oh, hold on a second. Which way does that go? There you go. See, got to make sure that you don't break that tip, because if you break that tip, you're gonna have a trip. So be sure that that doesn't fall back into the hole. But at that point, you got these parts disconnected, you got your struts disconnected. Now you're going to start the process of coming here to take these off the hinges. This takes a T40 star bit. So a T40 star bit is needed to get these off. You're going to start by loosening all four. So once you get all four loose, you can start the process of taking them all apart one by one. Be sure to have a hand on the deck lid as it is coming down when you get to taking the bolts apart, because you don't want it to fall on your head. So place the bolts over here, go opposite ends at the time, you know, one end on one side. That way it doesn't cock left or right on you. So nice brisk cold Saturday morning, and I felt like getting up and getting some work done. Now at this here stage, you'll see it start to shift a little bit because it's actually coming up and apart. You want to make sure that you have a good hold on to the trunk, so that it doesn't fall on your head or anything of that nature. Technically, this is a two-person job, but due to the fact that I ain't got two people here to really do this, I'm just showing you how to do this on your own. And you see how that just happened? You see how that just came apart? Now, at this here stage is where you want to be careful. You want to go ahead and pop them off, and then you're gonna slowly lower it down. And there you have it, the removal of the Cadillac SRX tailgate. Now this is a little bit heavy, so be careful in doing this process because you don't want it to fall, especially if the part's still good. This part is good, and I wouldn't want to crack the glass or anything, so I'm gonna just go ahead and set this over to the side. For later use. Now at this juncture, I want to pull this here good part off and reinstall it. You can go ahead and press pause.